I'm Seth.
And I'm Drew.
And this is
Nerd Meeting the Nerd.
I did not know until today, when I was sort of like prepping this, that this was Super Mario World 2. I thought that Yoshi's Island was its own thing.
No, and that is actually kind of the reasoning behind it. It's also like Yoshi Cookie also features Mario as well, and there was a time in which Nintendo was really pushing the Mario name to tie into the popularity of things, but clearly this is Yoshi's, like main event, main story, main quest. I mean, it's Yoshi. Baby Mario is a baby. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I mean, there's tons of other games that are just like this that have a Super Mario name to it, or just Mario, and it's someone else's game. I mean, I think it's the same thing with like the first Wario game. I think it's also titled as a Mario game, but it's like introducing Wario as a character.
Oh, this is confusing. I don't know what to do.
Click on 1-1, probably, the little gray box. I mean, no, that just shows you what the buttons are. I'm saying the gray box, nope, that's not it. Yeah, gray.
Oh, wow.
The gray box.
I mean, I played this as a kid, but I certainly never beat it. Like someone had it. I don't think I owned it.
Yeah, I did not own this game, or I've played this game, but briefly in the Nintendo Switch, store essentially. And
ooh, I just pooped out an egg.
Yeah, well, and that's like the point of this, but so it's kind of confusing to me. I'm used to the jump on people, throw, unlimited fireballs at people, and with this, the eggs come in as I don't know, like, yeah, see, like there's throwing eggs, and then there's like aiming and stuff, and it's honestly, it was like too much for me to handle at the time, because I was looking for something that was just switch my brain off, do nothing. Yeah, this is okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that does.
Well, I mean, I'm sure if you jumped up and properly hit the question block, it would explain what that is.
And actually read it. Here we go.
Throwing an egg. That's just throwing eggs. What about the question cloud? Or maybe you could just aim.
Yeah, that's... Well, I think I have to have so many eggs. See, look, I'm trying to hit it.
Oh, well,
yeah. I tried to eat it, too, and it won't let me eat
Can you throw an egg in that trajectory?
Yep, that's what it is.
It's probably going to hit the platform, man. Like,
what the...
Yeah, see, it just... Okay, well, that did something.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a secret. Oh, okay, that's cool.
That's
and
cool.
Now you get more coins.
I mean, I'm sure this was like super innovative when they...
Yeah, dude. I mean, this is also like the early days, in the console generations. I don't know. It's hard to classify the console generations, in my opinion, because to me, the, NES, the Atari, those are first generation consoles. The Sega Genesis, that's a first generation console. But there were consoles before then, like the Magnavox Odyssey, the Amiga. I think that was more of a computer. I don't know, man. I would say, like, with this being second or third generation, what's cool is on the Super Nintendo, you get all kinds of games, dude. Like, in its early run, you get stuff that's very similar to NES, but then towards the end of it, you get like real quality stuff, great artwork.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks beautiful, dude.
Yeah, this is from 1995.
And there may be some touch-ups, and that's one of those where we may be looking at some, revamped a little bit. Oh, nice. You're just farming eggs.
Yeah, and I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm out of eggs. Dang it, dude.
That's tough.
Look at that. Yeah, dude, I love eggs, man.
Dude, here's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh.
And I feel like Oh. By the way,
Blech.
this is Seth, and I'm the one playing.
And I'm Drew, and welcome, nerds, to Nerd Leading the Nerd. We didn't do a proper introduction, but sometimes you just gotta go with the flow.
Sometimes you just go for it, dude. And I'm gonna go for it by saying this. Do you just feel like everybody is just hating on everything these days? Like, and we recently did. This is what made me think of this.
Mm-hmm.
We recently we watched the Rings of Power show, on the day of its release and kind of did a reaction video. And I honestly enjoyed it. And I thought it was really... Sorry, I got distracted for a second.
That's fine.
I was like,
I was also distracted by the flowers and now the pink Yoshi.
It's kind of like when you jump on the flag on the other games. But so, yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Same.
I thought the first episode of season 1 was kind of slow, so I kind of expected the same thing from the season opener of season 2.
Yeah,
which is exactly what we got. It was kind of slow, but it heated up in season 1. So I know they got some good stuff in store for us. But it's like the second we covered that, there was all this coverage of that show, and it's so negative. And I'm like, and they're like pointing out crap that I didn't even see, like the orc family like hugging each other, and like he makes the comment that he's kind of done going to war and stuff, and people are like losing their minds on the internet.
Well, and I get it. I mean, there's going to be any fandom and fan base that is super passionate about what's going on, and if you stray from what they know, then that is going to incite anger and rage. And it's tough, man, because I'll use this as an example because Superman is very important to me as a character and my development as a child. And I grew up during the time of Death of Superman, Funeral for a Friend, and then the Return of Superman, and that was again a very important storyline to me. And they kind of touched on it a little bit in Batman v Superman. That was the whole Doomsday creation, but that's not what happened. Doomsday was not created on Earth. It was like hurtling through space as a prisoner, and this is as well as I can remember. So please correct me in the comments. But at the same time, just being able to see a representation of Doomsday and the death of Superman, to me, it validated a story that was really important to me. And I think that's why there's always these mixed opinions on this kind of stuff. And, with Rings of Power, Lord of the Rings nerds are very passionate, and there's a lot of really good, lore that goes along with it. I believe that this show is, in a way, an evolution of Lord of the Rings to help it appeal. What is happening? Are you melting? Oh, you turned into what? This is Disney's planes now? And you're just leaving Baby Mario just to float around and
apparently
slowly suffocate? That's
I'm not
awesome.
a very good guardian of him.
No. That's excellent. But I mean, I really do think that what they're trying to do is push the boundaries on some of these things. Because if you look at orcs outside of the Lord of the Rings realm, you get things like, orcs, half-orcs. They have they're characters that people love to play in D&D and other RPGs. And that, I think, is and also you look at it as the what if the villains weren't as villainous? You know what I mean? Darth Vader had a soft spot in the very end. I mean, it took him a while to get there, and yeah, there was a long journey, and it took his son to convince him, of what was going on. But honestly, dude, in every minion category, and I will classify the Lord of the Rings orcs as a type of minion, not the yellow ones that are like bop, not those, but just the general evildoer has a minion. there's always this cowardice that goes along with them. You know what I mean? Like they're never as strong or as powerful or as motivated as the lead villain or the lead character. You know, they're just like very nervous, pain and panic from the Hercules film. Like they're freaking out all the time. And I think that is, in a way, kind of what maybe they're trying to do. They're trying to like humanize orcs a little bit just to build out the story. And I'm okay with that. I don't remember seeing that either. If that was in the first episode, I wasn't really paying much attention to it, to be honest.
I think this is what I'm getting at. It's like we were overly positive about it.
Yeah.
Okay. And some of those things,
or
those
indifferent
things,
in spaces. Yeah.
Yeah. Those things escaped us, and people kind of ate us up. Like, I can't believe you like this. Did you see the orc thing? And you're just like, dude, like, why can't I just like stuff? But then it poisons my mind because I'm like, I kind of don't love that they did that with orcs either. But I'm just ignorant and didn't even notice it. So it's like, why can't I just like it? Why can't I just be ignorant and just enjoy it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you're not even allowed to like stuff anymore.
No, I agree. And honestly, when it comes to, you know, like with the orc, evolution, it's like, okay, who cares? Like, if that's not something that's for you, then that's fine. I mean, you can still probably get enjoyment out of other things in the show. You know, I really like, you know, some of the specific characters. I really like, you know, seeing more of the dwarves. I thought they were, you know, amazing characters throughout the previous films. You know, not only do you have Gimli, but then in, you know, you see some of these, I don't know, like warrior, powerful, you know, characters. And again, like they could seem heartless at times, but they're not. They're, you know, they have soft spots just like everyone else. And but I do think though that hate is the fastest thing to spread, and it spreads like wildfire, dude. I mean, we're in an age where if you hate something on the internet, you're going to get more clicks, more likes, more engagement. And dude, I hate that. Like for example, on TikTok, there is this creator that he's a cyclist, and I assume in a big city like New York. And all his video is just him yelling at people that are, you know, standing in the bike lane, crossing in the bike lane.
Oh, I've seen this guy.
And dude, I cannot stand that guy because, first of all, you know, you still have to yield to passengers or pedestrians as a vehicle. So he needs to yield to those people. Like if he mows down some lady that like is missing a limb, like he's gonna get sued, and I hope he does, because I feel this like visceral response, and every time I see it pop up, I'm like, I just block the account, dude, because it like my blood boils, because I'm like, why do you have to be such a jerk to people that are just also trying to live their lives? And also, anybody that is a cyclist, I will go on record right now and say that you suck. It's fine that you like riding bikes. That's cool. I stopped doing it as a child, and that's when most people should stop doing it. But
it's funny because I am a runner, but it's killing my body, so I'm considering buying a bike. So it's hilarious to me. It's just funny that you're saying that, because I may become part of the problem.
Oh well,
eventually.
I mean, and to me, it's a combination of things. You know, it's like the bike shorts that are, you know, the Lululemon of, you know, men's sportswear, and you know, again, it's the helmets and the pads, and then just the overall like overconfidence. It's the same thing with like vegans. You know, like vegans are always telling you about how vegan they are, and it's like cyclists, I feel in my life, do the same thing.
Why can I not get up there?
Can you like? Can you roll the rock along a little bit more, and maybe give you a boost?
Yeah, that's probably what it is, dude. It's like those. It's like those. Come on, come back down here. Come on down here.
Come on back here.
I
Sorry.
that's why I'm not a completionist in these games. Like, I don't care about getting all the coins.
Yeah.
But dude, it's like those that cyclist guy reminds me of those people, and hate me if you love these accounts. I don't even care, because I think they're in that same kind of that same realm.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys that just go around and like try to like bait the police.
Oh, yeah, well,
You know what I mean?
yeah, dude.
And I get it. Like, I don't like, yeah, I don't typically have like positive interactions with cops. I'm typically getting pulled over,
Well,
and
yeah.
I was speeding and I was doing the wrong thing, but they don't have to be so nasty about it. But
Yeah.
at the same time, dude, you don't have to just go around and just like try to like show cops that the law more than them. And I think the
Right.
one guy who's like the most like prominent in that space is like either a lawyer or he's in law school or something, and he's
Mhm.
clearly uber smart. Like, we get it.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, I don't know. It just feels like we reward bad behavior nowadays on the internet, and I feel like that is just not like that. I get it, dude. You had a bad run-in with a cop, and not all cops are good, which is why like that person's doing that.
Yeah.
It's like, what do they call that? It's called something. It's like, you got to hold them accountable. It's like extreme accountability, or like,
Right.
and it's just like, dude,
Oh.
I know. You don't have to like, I don't know. I just don't love that kind of content. It's like you're just baiting people to just see if you can get a rise out of them. And that applies to way more than just that specific example.
What comes to mind are the people that are going into places like Walmart and like pranking people. And like they'll go up to someone in Walmart, they'll be filming, and they'll put a bucket on their head and then run away. And then they record the person like freaking out.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then they wonder why someone's yelling at them, or that why they're getting punched in the face. And it's like, just leave people alone, man.
Yeah.
Leave Britney alone.
Seriously, dude. I mean, yeah, I don't love that. And I don't think we're alone here. This is definitely, there's a lot of people that hate that.
Well, and that's the thing, man. Like, we have fallen victim to going out and trying to put maybe some negative comments on things.
Drats.
Lava. And the thing is, like, sometimes it is truly a genuine response of, I did not like this. I do not like the Christmas movie that A Christmas Story. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. I do not like that movie, and I will hopefully never watch it again in my lifetime. And that's fine. And we said our piece. We counted to 3, and we're gonna move on. Like, I'm not out here throwing stones at the actor or the writers, directors of that movie. It's not for me. And I do think that in that guise of like, we need to, I don't know, man, like, yeah, things suck. Okay. Life sucks. The world sucks. Let's not put more negativity out there, because all that's going to do is just fester and breed. And we're going to end up, the whole world is going to be New York in Ghostbusters 2, and there's going to be that pink slime that's flowing under us, and then eventually it'll rise up, and we will become like the buzzing of flies to Vigo.
Well,
it's Vigo!
I will say, I don't care if people give me their negative opinion. I mean, if they genuinely don't like something, that's cool. But it's to me, when it becomes a problem for me personally, it's when you can't just accept that people can have like a different opinion than you. And it's, dude, I'll give you an example. Somebody, I'm calling them out. I don't have our page up. I can't call them by name, nor would I want to. I'm not really my way.
That's not the intention.
No, but why did I do that thing?
I don't know, dude.
But they were like, back to the Rings of Power example. They were like, I forget what it was. It was a short or something, and it was like, have you read the
Silmarillion?
Silmarillion, and and it was a genuine question. It's like, because pretty sure like that show. I mean, it's based on that anthology.
Yeah, the earlier times.
And so some guy or gal, I don't even know.
Person on the internet.
A person of the internet gets on there. Ooh, I gotta hit that thing. And they say, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've read it, and this show has nothing to do with it. If you like this show, you are a hack and you hate Tolkien, or something like that. Something along those lines.
Sure.
And I'm just like, dude, like, I get it. Like, you read that book.
Yeah.
Like, you read it, and it's cool, and it is like kind of a nerd rite of passage.
In a way.
It's like reading a textbook. So, which is why I've thumbed through it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, dude, we get it. You've read it, and this isn't exactly.
Yeah, dude.
It isn't exactly. They didn't do the text justice.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
Yeah, they're taking a lot more liberties with certain things than fans would care for. And but here's the thing.
But to say though, just to finish my thought.
Sure.
But to say, like, you're basically not a real Tolkien fan if you like this show. It was just like, what?
Well, and I think that's the very important distinction. You specifically, I'm fine with someone being like, yeah, it doesn't really stick to the Silmarillion, and they take a lot of things, and not really a fan because I was hoping for a recreation of this. Like, that is your statement, and you move on. But by saying, like, you're a horrible person, or you're not a Tolkien fan, or you're not a good nerd, or a nerd at all because you haven't done this one thing, like, that's the whole point of this channel, is that we are nerds, that we don't know everything. No one knows everything, but it is a learning experience, and we do want to learn new things about the stuff that we think is really cool. And I think that's the problem, dude. So many people are so quick to judge, and I'm going to take the high ground and not be like, oh, well, this, basement-dwelling nerd is just mad because he wasted his time reading this book and, whatever. Like, that's not what it is, because all I'm doing is, like, lowering myself to their level in a way. But in reality, it's just like, just be better about your comments. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You don't have to specifically be rude. But, dude, everyone... I will speak out of both sides of my mouth here, because I understand that if you are in a situation where you hate everything going on, your life sucks doubly over someone else, you have to find a way to get the poison out, and I understand that. And if you want to get the poison out in our comment section, that's totally fine. The only thing that I will ask you to add is, in my opinion, or IMO. That's it. That's all I ask for. Because then I feel like you're at least getting something out, getting something off your chest, and hopefully feeling better about your life. But anyway, with all that being said, I hope you've enjoyed our journey through Yoshi's Island. And if you want more, let us know in the comments.
And with all that being said, don't forget to come back soon,
'cause we'll be waiting.